Our top story on Eyewitness News, a Katy high school teacher 8 months pregnant.
Belinda Temple was murdered execution style at her home.
A husband makes a gruesome discovery.
And I didn't know it was somebody targeting coaches' wives. I was scared to go home unless my husband was there.
We didn't know if it was just some random kids coming in, trying to steal stuff, and she got in the way, and so they killed her.
With the killer still on the loose, the neighborhood is uneasy.
She's a very nice person. It's kind of scary, you know, happening in your own neighborhood and right next door to me.
I live right around the corner from where this happened, and to believe that something like this could happen in our little neighborhood was just unbelievable.
Students are now grieving for their loss.
She helped a lot of troubled teens. She was a good person. She didn't deserve this.
One of the first things that strikes the investigators is that this murder happened in broad daylight.
Not even the dumbest burglar in the world is going to break into a home when people are coming home from work, go up and shoot and execute a pregnant woman.
When police first go in, it looks like a burglary, but as they start looking at it a lot more closely, things aren't adding up.
As an investigator, you just know when you see something that doesn't look right.
And do you have an opinion about this crime scene?
That it was staged.
If it's a burglary and the door is closed and somebody punches through the window frame, why is the glass scattered over to the side as opposed to straight into the house onto the couch?
Well, there is a couple pieces, but the state's position was there should have been more.
Doesn't that cause a little suspicion, though?
But that doesn't mean that David's the one that broke the glass.
The only way that glass could have gotten where all that glass was if the door was open when the glass was broken. I think we can all agree, if the door was open when the glass was broken, this ain't no burglary.
Crime scene investigators continue to search through the home.
So investigators see this big, gigantic television. Looks to be kind of laid on its side and still plugged in.
There was scrape marks where it appeared that the TV may have just been slid down.
Investigators are now starting to wonder what has been taken.
We noticed several drawers were open, but the contents of the drawers weren't disturbed.
It was kind of, what was the point of opening it? It looked like nothing had been really touched.
Belinda's jewelry box was there on her dresser, closed, appearing to be totally undisturbed. More tellingly, there was a tray in the open, in plain view, that had this defendant's gold wedding ring, a big, thick gold chain, his watch, and his huge conference championship ring. All very valuable, all undisturbed.
Drawers are open but undisturbed. Jewelry is in plain sight. Investigators say this just looks like a staged burglary.
David's jewelry is on a dresser out of line of sight of the door in a dish behind the TV set. So someone coming in the door, going into the bathroom, into the closet, is not going to see that jewelry.
But there's other jewelry that Belinda is wearing when she's murdered, and investigators notice that she still has it on her.
She has some jewelry, some bracelets on, her ring on her hand, and a gold necklace.
In the days after this murder, investigators combed through all the rice fields and ponds, but a murder weapon was never found.
Even though the shotgun used to kill Belinda wasn't found, investigators were able to find clues as to the shell that was used to kill her still in her body.
At autopsy, did you observe any sort of firearm evidence that was collected?
There were pellets from the shotgun round. There was wadding from the shotgun round.
Wadding is the plastic filling that keeps everything together within a shotgun shell.
Based on the pellets that were found, investigators figure out that it's a double-aught buckshot shell that was used to commit this crime.
12-gauge double-aught buckshot shells are used for hunting deer. It's also primarily now used for self-defense.
Looking at the scene of the crime, the scene looked suspicious, and the police started to shift their focus. They started looking at David. He's her husband, and he was the last person to see her alive.
There was simply no
DNA, no blood, no anything that could tie David Temple to the shooting itself.
You examined his clothing to see if there was any blood on it?
I'm sure if I'd have seen blood on it, I would have noted it.
It's a chaotic and a bloody scene.
Right.
How come he's not bloody?
He did not get down. Or if he did get down, he just reached down and touched her neck.
A distraught husband doesn't get down to try to grab his wife or help his wife?
People respond differently. I can't explain what happened at that time.
Gosh, Dave, there's no blood on you. That's miraculous. How did that happen? You know, brains are splattered, and I don't mean to be graphic, but it's reality. Yet there's not a speck. Nothing.
The night of the murder, investigators end up taking David to a small substation as opposed to the main police headquarters. Now, in this substation, there's no recording devices. Detectives literally typed out David's statement.
She got home around 3:45 and went upstairs to lay down. While she was resting, I took my son to the park near our subdivision, and then to the grocery store in Home Depot.
When you asked him to clarify the name of the park, do you recall what he told you?
He named 2 different parks.
This is a pretty tragic and memorable moment. How is it he wasn't able to remember the park that he took Evan to?
He knows that he was heading toward a park. He says, I was going to Beckham Park, but then Evan wanted a cold drink. And we went to Brookshire Brothers to get the cold drink.
This question of, did he go to the park? Which park did he go to? Become critical. When he's giving an inconsistent account, that's a very damning piece of evidence.
I believe I told him that at that time I couldn't eliminate him as not being involved in it.
Obviously, police are growing really suspicious and they're looking at David, but he seemingly has an airtight alibi and it's on video.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.